Hey crafty friends, it's Heidi Scott with DIY Dreaming, and on today's video tutorial I have a really fun project to do for outside. We're going to make some adorable garden flags. I'm going to tell you everything start to finish. You guys, these can be outside in the elements. So I'm super excited. It's really cute. I think you're going to love it. As you're hopping on, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions along the way. Feel free to sprinkle all that usual stuff. Let me quickly lay down my link. You can take a peek at what I have right here, and then I will jump right in. I was surprised how easy these were to make, and I asked some of the founders of the company how they held up, and they said that they did great. So, okay, so what we're making starts out with one of these little garden flags. They're like a finer burlappy kind of fabric. They're two-sided, and they have this little hole at the top where you thread it on one of these guys, which these ones right here, I bought 2 of them today. This is what the tag looks like. They were $5 at Walmart in the garden section. Okay, and then they have these little spikes at the bottom. So you just push them into the ground, or what I really love to do with these is I like to put them in pots, in my pots with flowers and stuff on the front porch where it's covered. But anyway, so this is what we're gonna be using. You can get these everywhere, and maybe you can find them for less than $5 a piece, but I thought that was a pretty good deal, and these are really nice. Okay, so these little garden flags come 2 in a set from Magnolia Design Company. I did pin a link down here, and they're like $15 for 2. So it's a pretty good deal. All right. So before I came live, I made a couple that will finish up. Well, hey, Christy, look at all those smiley faces. Hi, Katrina. Hey, Judy. Hi, Vanessa and Lorraine and Camelia. So before I came live, I did a couple of these, and I learned a few things that I'm going to tell you. On this one, I learned what not to do. So I'm planning to include 2 of these in my blessing boxes. I'm going to hang on to this one because it has the oops. And this is going to be one. It's not ready yet. We're going to doll it up, and then we're going to make this one. So the blessing boxes will have the ones that don't have the oops. Okay, so where to start? Well, let's start with this one, okay? I stenciled this. It says Home Sweet Home. And then it has this little pineapple, which I stenciled the pineapple in black ink, and then I heat set it, and then I painted in with yellow in the pineapple part and green right here. Okay, the mistake I learned is that this fabric, this garden flag, for some reason, it really does want to carry your wet medium out. So can you see where on the green where it's sort of, I don't know, leaked or something. I'm not sure what the right word is. The other thing is my yellow from the pineapple went through to the other side. So I'm gonna hang on to this one. I do think it's super cute. This stencil right here is part of the Aloha stencil set. This one turned out perfect, and it's going to be so cute when it's all finished. So I used black ink. This is that when you can't find the sun, when you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine, that has this awesome sunflower and little bee in it. So I used black ink, and then I used brown ink for the center of this sunflower, yellow ink for the petals, brown for the stem, green for the leaves, and then a little black bee. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to switch it up just a little bit. So then after this was dry, I heat set it with an iron and a piece of parchment paper in between. for about 4 minutes. Okay, just going like this. On cotton, no steam. And you just move it around. And I just went over and over and over for 3 or 4 minutes. So technically, this could be placed out, you know, in your garden anywhere. And it can get rained on, and it's gonna be, you know, by the end of summer, it's gonna be probably a little mildewy, and I mean, it's not gonna last more than 1 season. But it isn't gonna fade away or drip away or run away if it gets wet. But we're gonna doll this up a little bit. So if you end up doing the dolled up version that I'll show you in a second, you wanna use it under a covered porch, okay? So we'll come back to that. Let's jump in. Let me turn on my glue gun. So let's start on this one. All right, before I am ready to begin, the first thing I did is I ironed it so it's relatively flat. And we're going to be working off of one of my favorite things to work on, which I talk about this all the time. It's a Wilton cake board from Walmart. They're great. When it gets completely yucky, I will recycle it. They're about $1 a piece. You can get 4 of these in a set. They come different sizes for about $4 at Walmart in the cake decorating section, and they're just absolutely perfect. So we're going to stencil on our little flag right here, and we're going to use that same set, the one that says, when you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. And my poor stencil is starting to look pretty cruddy, which, you know what that means? It means that I absolutely love this stencil, and I've used it a lot. And I'll probably be able to use it another 20 times at least if I just take care of it. Clean it up right away. So, but one thing I did since the last time I used it is I cut it into pieces because I wanted to rearrange how it would lay on my little flag. So we are going to put our sunflower, and the other one, it was in the bottom left corner. We're going to switch it over to the right side. And I love the look of a flower that's sort of hanging off the edge. So that's what my plan is to put my stencil on so that, this is what I mean. See, it's not the full thing right there. And let's fiddle around with this for just a second to see where we might want to put this. I think my sunflower is going to have to come down just a little bit further. And then we'll put a little bee here over to the side. So we're gonna work on the sunflower and the bee first, and then we'll come back and add this, the words, all right? So this is what it looks like. If you are not familiar with these stencils from Magnolia, they're awesome. They're like a silk screen. They have super fine detail. They're not like what you would cut out with a Cricut where you have to weed all the pieces out of it. They're reusable at least 12 times, if not 20 or 30. I mean, they look really cruddy, but they still work just fine. So if you just wash them promptly, you're gonna get a ton of uses out of them. They're a little bit stretchy, they're adhesive, so they don't shift around. They're just great to work with. Okay, and my plan for this one, to do it just a little bit different, is that we're going to use yellow and black, just those 2 colors. We're not going to use green or brown, okay? And I'm going to start with the black in the center of my sunflower. This is ink from Magnolia. It has a white lid. Ink is designed, hello. Ink is designed for fabric and for ceramics and glass, and it must be heat set. But then when it is heat set, it's permanent. So we could, you know, theoretically throw this in the washing machine if we wanted to, because after I heat set it with the iron, it'll be permanent. If you're doing it on ceramics, you heat set it in an oven. But anyways, so I'm gonna start with a little bit of the black. Just thinking, in the center of my sunflower, and then down on the stem and the petals, and then we'll come back and put the yellow around it, okay? So the ink has a white cap, in case you're wondering. And the reason why you would not use chalk paste on this project is because the first time it rains, you're gonna have your chalk paste running down your little garden flag. And there's no way to heat set chalk paste into fabric to make it permanent. So that's why we're using ink. Okay. So I just put a blob of the black ink in the center of my little sunflower, and I'm just sort of spreading it out to the edges. I did this exact same thing with the brown on the other one. Okay. And then let's go ahead and do the leaves and the stem. I have this out. I could have done these in green. You can do these in any color that you want. I just wanted to try a try one that would be more two-colored, just to see how it would look. Oh my gosh, and I have the cutest ribbon and the cutest idea to doll this up that I cannot wait to show you guys. So stay with me to the end. Okay, so I basically have my black ink on. Oh, let's do the bee while we're here. I may come back and add a little yellow to our bee when I'm all finished. I don't know. So when you're using ink on a fabric, couple things. You want to, of course, make sure that your stencils push down really well and adhere to the fabric. And then you want to resist the urge to keep going over and over and over it. Because when you do that, the ink really has nowhere to go. And so it goes into the fibers of the fabric and then it spreads out and you end up with what isn't a very crisp stencil impression. And you don't want that. Okay, so the bee is done. I'm going to go ahead and pull it off. It looks great. And I'm throwing him face down in a little tub of water. And now I'm going to get some yellow and do around the outside of this sunflower. This is the yellow ink. What is this called? Pineapple. It's a great yellow. And when I get close into the center, I'm going to sort of blend it a little bit with the black. So can you guys see okay? Listen, if the comments here are in your way, you should be able to swipe them one side or the other or up and down depending on what device you're on. Thanks, Anne, for the stars. I appreciate that. And they should go away. And I didn't see, I'm sorry, the other people who did stars, but thank you too. I really appreciate that. So if those comments are in your way, go ahead and swipe them out of the way. I have way too much yellow ink on here, way too much. Okay, so now I'm going to just carry it into the center. And it's going to pull a little bit of black out, but that's okay. Okay, let's take a little peek and see how how this is looking. Let's see if I've gotten everything. I did! And it looks great. I think I want to put just a teeny bit of yellow over some of the black. Okay. I'll hold this up and show you up close. It looks awesome. So what I'm thinking is that I could come back and add a little more yellow to this. It's hard to see on the camera, but it's really pretty. Okay, and there's our little bee. So now we're going to do this, and I'm going to try to do the words without messing up the sunflower. Okay, and I'm putting this up high because I'm going to show you how we're going to make sure it's straight. We're going to add to this one just like we're going to add to the other. These garden flags are super cute. Just tucked in with your flowers or between some hostas or, you know, whatever you have going on in your garden. What do you guys think? Should we do the sunshine in yellow? That might be kind of cute. I think we should. Let's do that. I might have to come back and add a little black to it. Let's see. Anyways, what I was about to say is that these are super cute just without even being dolled up. But when you see them dolled up, this next step, you're going to say, oh my word, that gives it so much more. And whenever I'm looking for crafts to do here at DIY Dreaming, I'm always looking for crafts that have just something extra to them, something more than just what would be standard. So I think these would be super cute just as they are hanging in your garden, but when you add this thing I'm going to show you to it, it really amps it up. Okay, now I need black for the rest of the words. Can you guys see what we've got going on here? So these are going in my blessing boxes that I'm putting together for this Thursday. I do these all the time. If you're watching this video on replay at some future point, you know, it might be too late for you to get in on these blessing boxes, but I always have stuff going on. So just, you know, check to see what my current thing is. Okay, and I'm going to take my extra ink and just pick up the globs. Okay. This is what it looks like. You can see how quick this comes together. Oh, it's adorable. It's absolutely adorable. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Okay, let me throw this down. When it's dry, I might come back and do over to the side, like just a smidge over and a smidge up, like a halo kind of looking thing for the word sunshine so you can read it better. But look how cute that is. Isn't it darling? When you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. And there is a link at the bottom of this page right down here, underneath, I did a sunflower, a bee, a pineapple, just a few different things like that. There's a link to that stencil. There's also a link to the pineapple stencil, and I forgot to do a link to the stencil that says Home Sweet Home or Farm Sweet Farm, because that's what I used on the one that I'm keeping for myself that I messed up. Okay, let's move on to the next step, and then I'm going to show you what these look like when they are assembled. Okay, so this is the one that I did beforehand. Isn't it cute? The other one's going to be just as cute when it's all finished. Okay, and what really gives it a lot of extra charm is when you add something to it, like 3 little straps of ribbon over the top to hold it onto the little thing, and then we're gonna put a bow on there. I'm just looking at this thinking these are too big. So let me cut these a little bit shorter. I think I made them 8.5 inches to start out with. I'm gonna go down to 6 inches. And I'm going to do 3 of these because I think odd numbers always look better. This is some burlap wired ribbon with this yellow on it that is awesome. Love it. You can use any kind of ribbon you want, and it doesn't have to be wired necessarily. It would be good if it was thicker though, like have more of a sturdiness to it. Okay, let's cut one more of these that's 6 inches. So as when I posted the little comment earlier about doing this, there were a lot of you guys that were excited about making garden flags. And I was like, dang, why didn't I do this before? I didn't do it at all last year. I don't know why. No reason in particular. I'm folding each one in half, and they were 6 inches. So this, when it has this stuff on it, it would be better under a covered porch. But, I mean, it could probably go out in the elements too and, you know, be just fine for a couple of months. Okay, so I'm going to just fold these over and glue them on the top of our little flag. And I'm using my low temperature hot glue gun, which is a Sure Bonder, a low temperature cool shot, just in case you're new and you don't know. I just refuse to get burned every time I craft anymore, so I always use, I mean, I just got glue on myself just now. I always use the low temperature one. So let's flip it over and do the back. Going on here. Let's do this one. I'm just eyeballing it. We're not measuring. Well, we might measure just a little bit, just to kind of see if I have it. It's about 3/4 of an inch down. Okay. I need a glue stick. So did you guys happen to see the vegetable garden banners that we made yesterday that are going in the blessing boxes? Oh my word, those turned out so cute. I still have the stuff to assemble the other one. I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm still trying to put stuff together to put in the blessing boxes for Thursday. And so these garden flags are going to go in there. Those, the banner that we made yesterday. There's a zip pouch. There's some napkins in one and a really super cute tea towel in another. Okay, let's just kind of look with the, can you guys see what I'm doing here? I'm gonna just roughly get an idea. How far apart these are. Let's go over this way just a smidge. Okay, close enough. If you wanted, you could stencil both sides. That's totally up to you. Okay, now for the cute factor, and we'll dress up this one that I'm going to keep myself too. Okay, so here's one of our little garden flag thingamabobs, and I'm just going to take the tag off of it. Like I said earlier, these came from Walmart. They were $5 a piece. So look how adorable that is right there. And then for the pièce de résistance, I made this sweet little bow that we're going to hot glue right here on the corner of this little strip. So let me lay it down. Get it all situated. And when I mail this out, it's gonna just be the flag, not this big piece of metal. So you can just, whoever is the recipient can just pop over to your home and garden place, to Walmart, whatever you would like to do, to pick it up. Pick up one of these little stake things. If I was trying to make something that would last forever, I would probably not use hot glue, but I just want this for the summer, you know? So I don't think it's super important to do anything really crazy. What do you guys think? Isn't that so cute? I think we need to cut the little tail here just a smidge shorter. So, and I'm sure if you're a crafter, you know how to do this. You just fold your ribbon in half and then get hold of it. Cut down to the tip. Shorten this one up a little bit too. And here we go. What do you guys think? Is that super cute or what? Let me hold it a little bit closer. Isn't that adorable? What do you guys think? If you like it, give me some little happy faces or hearts. Yeah, I think that adds a lot to it. Let's see, can I stick it? No, there's really no place for me to lay it when I'm not actually working on it. So let me just lay it down on the floor. and let's do this other one. Okay, so this is the one that I made a few little oopsies, like when I was painting the green, it bled a little bit and then it bled onto the back. So I'm going to save this for my house because I don't require perfection. And what I thought for this is I have some of this really cute little yellow and white polka dot ribbon, and I was just going to hot glue a band of it on to this spot where it goes over the little holder thing. And I'm tucking the tail in to the inside, so let's go ahead and do that. And then we could make a bow if we wanted for this one too. I don't think it needs a ton of glue. And this is wired ribbon also, so it makes it easy, so you can just fold it into this. And then, this, how cute it'll be. So everything you need for this project, except for these metal holders, these little garden flag things, you can get from Magnolia, and I put links down there. You can get the garden flags. You can get all the different colors of ink that you want. You can get stencils. There's some really cute summer ones that I think would be adorable. Like there's this darling one that says life is better in flip-flops. There's a super cute one coming very soon that's like these adorable little popsicles. So what do you guys think about that? It's pretty cute, other than the fact that I messed it up with it bleeding. From a distance, you would never see that. And we could add a bow or something right here if we wanted. Okay. I don't know if this really needs a bow, but we could certainly do one if we wanted. Let's just see roughly what this would look like. Right here. I think it would need to have something like a green element to it right here. I don't know if I can, I don't think I can hold it and show it to you at the same time. So I will fiddle around with that off camera, but here are our two completed garden signs, those garden flags, and I'm going to finish this other one up that will be very similar to this one, and they'll go in the blessing boxes. And what do you guys think? Pretty cute, super easy, very unique. You can make it completely go with whatever your style is. If you hop over and look at the stencils, you'll see that they have, gosh, they have a gazillion different ones, all different kinds of things. Excuse me, the pollen here is driving me absolutely bananas. And now I'm about to sneeze, hang on. Oh, maybe I'm not going to. Anyways, let me know in the comments. Oh, love, love, love these. Oh my goodness, and look at all those stars. You guys are so kind to me. Let me know in the comments if you have questions about anything. If you want a specific, like if you have a stencil in mind that you think you would love to use, or if there's something else that you want to go directly to so you don't have to hunt it down, just let me know and I'll get you the link. If you haven't already liked and followed DIY Dreaming, that would be a good thing to do so that you are more likely to get notices when I go live and when I share pictures of the projects. And I think that's pretty much it. So thanks for joining me. Have a great rest of your day. Look for pictures in just a bit, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Jennifer says she just adores the garden flag. Thank you. They are so cute. I think that the ribbon just adds a whole nother layer of specialness to the project, but I think it would be adorable without it too. So, hope you guys like the project, and I'll talk to you guys later.